Hey guys, welcome back. Well, we're in a bit of a pickle. We're having some problems getting this harmonic damper off. So we decided we're going to pull this timing belt. We're going to take all this apart, pull the damper. There was this thing years ago where ATI released a batch of dampers that were manufactured wrong. And I purchased this at the time when that happened, and I didn't know about it until several years later. So we want to pull this off and see if this is a bad one. And man, we're running into problems. So we're trying to get we got the crank bolt out. That's not a problem. But these are pressed onto the crank, so you got to like use a puller to get them off. And we just broke off a grade 8 bolt inside of our damper and bent these two bolts. And bent the tool, which I got this at O'Reilly's, but it's probably a cheapo China. It looks cheap. So probably a sucky tool seeing how it bent. So that sucks, but the real problem is we got one of these broke off in the damper, which is a problem for like multiple reasons. One, I need bolts. That's a minor one. It's broke off in there. That's really bad because, you know, that's a problem. But then how do I get the damper off? If it wouldn't come off before, it definitely won't come off now. So what I did, see that little shiny mark? I took a Dremel. I don't even have the right bit, but I took a Dremel and tried to put a little center there, because the way it broke, of course, it doesn't lend itself to drilling, but we ground a little center in it. And next we're going to take a drill with a cobalt drill bit. Probably going to swap to a different drill. I don't like this one. We're going to go to the battery drill. We're going to try to drill a hole through that thing, and if that works, we'll probably drill a bigger hole, and then after that, I don't know, because I don't think I have any extractors. But we're going to see if we can make any progress, because at a minimum, we got to get that bolt, we got to try to get the bolt out. And then just icing on the cake, like, this is just my poor planning. But see how dirty those are? I should have cleaned these, and instead I just ran the bolts in there. So that means the bolts that's broke off won't just spin out easy because I ran it in there with a wrench because the holes are dirty. So that was me getting in a hurry, not thinking this through. So now I'm going to pay for it. So anyway, we are going to try to get this bolt out. Alright, so we drilled a 1/8 hole through there. That went pretty good. We got it fairly straight. Then we followed that up with a 3/16 drill, which apparently evaporated. But here it is. That guy with this bit, that's a 3/16. We followed it through. It went a little bit crooked, unfortunately. But I did my best, or sort of did my best. I don't have the right stuff. So I tried to get it started again with that. Ran that bit through. Probably chewed into the threads a little on the bottom, but we'll see. And then I was kind of stuck because I don't have any extractor tools until I remembered, wait, I think I do. And then I found these. So I just hammered this in there. Show you what those look like if I can remember. Here we go. So these are basically just a square. Like, no joke, you just hammer a square into a circle. So these are kind of chintzy, janky tools. But better than nothing, maybe. So we just hammered one of those in, and this is the moment of truth. You put a wrench in, you try to spin it, it either breaks or it slips or it backs the bolt out. So we'll see. Oh yeah, and the last note. These bolts, 8.8, whatever that is, yeah, fucking soft, janky, shitty metal. That drilled way too easy to be a high quality fastener. Way too easy. So, yeah, they're junk. Damn it. Should have known better. But anyway, at least they drilled easy. Now let's see if this thing comes out. Okay, so yeah, not good. So that extractor tool didn't work. It didn't break it off in there, but it's biting into some of the metal of the damper itself. I'll try to, yeah, fat chance that's gonna focus. But it's not working. I don't know. Bad situation, because even if I just said, screw it, I'll buy a new damper, which is a $500 and something part. But even if we said that, we still got to get this one off of here, which I don't know how to do at this point, because, I mean, it's so stuck it broke that bolt and it bent the tool. So it ain't like you're going to put a pry bar behind it. Besides, all this other stuff's aluminum, so that ain't going to, you'll just break the aluminum. This was put on, I think, in 2017, which means it's basically been on there for about 5 years, and it was pressed on So it's very stuck. So yeah, there's no good options right now. Got a feeling this damper is going to get scrapped. Just trying to get it off of here, and I'm still not actually sure how we're going to get it off of here. This is steel, I think, so I guess I could weld to it. Maybe I could weld something and do something with that. But like I said, I'm afraid we're going to scrap this thing trying to get it apart. So, yep. Don't have a good solution yet. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I see these things. Maybe somehow if I take those off, the situation will improve. Maybe this piece comes off. I don't know. It looks like this bolts to that piece, if I'm being honest. But, you know, I don't really know. Anyway, kind of sad. Would like this thing to come apart. We'll see what we can figure out. Maybe go do some Google searching. Okay, so we're about to wrap up for the night. We still haven't won. These, as you can see, still got what's left of a broken bolt in there. But I did some Google searching, and basically, essentially most people said try what I already did. If you break the bolt off, you just got to carefully get it out, rethread, chase the hole with a tap, and try again. Which, you can't really put a tap in there because the old bolt's still kind of in there. But I did see one trick somebody did. They already decided to scrap their thing, but they said they just drilled the thing bigger and tapped it bigger. And we probably could do that. So we're going to think about it, but I'm thinking tomorrow, I don't know if I actually have a tap and everything that'll work. I don't even know what size these are. But we might try that. Just drill all three of these out, or at least drill that one out, and then tap it bigger, and then try to get some better bolts and try this thing again. It did bring back some memories. So I read that if these are galled, when you press this on, it can gall getting on the crankshaft, and then it's even harder to take apart because these are already a press fit. I actually do remember when I put this thing together how hard it was putting this pulley on. So now that I think about it, it was a bitch putting it on there compared to normal. And then it's been sitting on there for 5 years, so it probably is stuck as shit. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna think about it. Probably gonna come in here tomorrow, and if we can happen to be able to find a tap, I think I have a 3/8 tap, which I'm pretty sure is bigger than whatever this is. So maybe we'll come in here and just drill these out and run a 3/8 tap in there. And I don't know if I got any really good 3/8 bolts, but we'll have to look. But we might try giving this a round too, just drill and tap all these bigger, and then try one more time, see what happens. And if none of that works, I don't know. Looks like they got 3 holes here. Maybe that's your try again, you know, like if you screw these 3 up. I just looked, but maybe you can just drill all 3 of these and then try again. So maybe that's our backup option. And then I saw another option, which doesn't sound good, which is basically you take these bolts out, take the damper part apart, and you just get in here with a grinder and just cut this thing off the crankshaft, which sounds terrible, but you can do that and not have to pull the engine. The other option is you take the entire engine apart with the dampener still installed, which this thing has a crank-driven oil pump, so that probably wouldn't work. But even if it did work, and then you can put this thing on a press and press it out. But I don't think we're doing all that. We're gonna figure something out. The other thing I saw, this little shitty, chintzy, bent junk. Yeah, you can probably tell that's bent. That's brand new. So I saw somebody had one of these like an inch thick made out of chromoly, and we have a lot of chromoly sitting in the corner over there, so we could try to make our own. Take some time, but it would get rid of that one issue of that thing bending at least. So we'll think about that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up for now. Till next time, y'all take it easy.